Before you schedule your next medical test, you need to hear this. Some health checks that sound like they are protecting you may actually create unnecessary stress, follow-up procedures, and confusion after the age of 60. For years, we have been told that more testing means better health. More scans, more screenings, more information. The idea sounds simple and reassuring. Find problems early and fix them before they become serious. But medicine is not always that simple. Sometimes finding something is not the same as preventing something. Sometimes a test discovers a small abnormality that would never have affected your life, but once it appears on a medical report, it can begin a chain reaction of more appointments, more procedures, more testing, and more worry. This does not mean you should avoid doctors or ignore your health. Quite the opposite. Smart healthcare is about understanding which tests are most likely to benefit you and which ones may create more problems than solutions when they are used without a clear medical reason. After 60, the goal is not simply to collect perfect medical reports or undergo every available test. The goal is to stay active, independent, mentally sharp, and able to enjoy your everyday life for as long as possible. So today, we're looking at 5 medical checkups that many older adults should think carefully about before getting, especially if they have no symptoms or specific medical concerns. Number 5. Full body scans when you feel completely healthy. A full body scan sounds like the ultimate health check. Imagine getting a complete picture of everything happening inside your body. No guessing, no surprises. Just a detailed look from head to toe that promises peace of mind. That idea is incredibly appealing, especially as we get older and naturally become more interested in protecting our health. Many private clinics advertise these scans as a way to catch problems early, before symptoms ever appear. But there is one major issue. Healthy bodies often contain things that look unusual on medical images. A scan may discover tiny spots or age-related changes that are simply a normal part of getting older and may never cause any health problems. The problem begins when those findings appear on paper. A person who felt perfectly healthy yesterday may suddenly hear phrases like, abnormal finding. Even if the finding eventually turns out to be completely harmless, the emotional impact can be significant. One scan may lead to another scan. Another scan may lead to a visit with a specialist. A specialist may recommend additional tests or even a biopsy simply to make sure nothing serious is being missed. Before long, someone who was living comfortably and feeling well may spend weeks or even months worrying about a finding that might never have caused any symptoms throughout their lifetime. This is sometimes called a medical cascade. One unexpected result leads to another test, then another appointment, creating a series of events that began with something that may not have needed attention in the first place. Instead of searching for hidden problems that may never become meaningful, many doctors believe older adults often benefit more from focusing on real signs of good health. Can you climb stairs without unusual difficulty? Can you recover after physical activity? Can you continue doing the daily activities that matter most to you? These everyday abilities often provide a much better picture of your overall health than a random scan showing a harmless abnormality. The best health check is not always the one that finds the most things. Sometimes it is the one that helps you stay healthy, active, and confident without creating unnecessary worry. Number 4. Brain MRI for normal age-related forgetfulness. Memory is one of the biggest concerns people have as they grow older. You walk into a room and suddenly forget why you went there. You spend several minutes looking for your keys before realizing they were in your pocket all along. These moments can feel unsettling. Many people immediately wonder, is this the beginning of a serious memory problem? That understandable fear often leads people to request brain scans for reassurance. But a brain MRI does not always provide the answers people hope for. The reason is simple. As we age, our brains naturally change. A scan may show age-related changes, small areas that look different from a younger brain, or findings that are commonly seen in healthy older adults. But those changes do not automatically mean a person is developing dementia or losing their mental abilities. In fact, many older adults with excellent memory, clear thinking, and active lifestyles have age-related changes that can be seen on brain imaging. The picture does not always tell the full story. A better approach is often to evaluate how the brain is actually functioning rather than focusing only on how it looks. Doctors can use simple memory and thinking assessments to determine whether someone is experiencing meaningful changes in memory. Identifying these causes can often be far more helpful than immediately ordering advanced imaging. Before jumping to a brain MRI, it usually makes sense to understand the whole person rather than focusing only on the scan. A brain scan shows what the brain looks like. It does not always show how well the brain works. Number 3. Routine heart stress tests without symptoms. Heart health becomes a major focus after the age of 60, and that makes perfect sense. Heart disease remains one of the most important health concerns for older adults, and taking care of your heart is an essential part of healthy aging. But there is an important difference between checking for a problem because there are warning signs and searching for one when there are no symptoms at all. A treadmill stress test can be extremely useful for people who experience chest discomfort or other symptoms that suggest the heart may need closer evaluation. In those situations, the test provides valuable information that can help guide diagnosis and treatment. However, when someone feels well and is able to remain physically active without difficulty, a routine stress test may not always provide meaningful benefits. Like many medical tests, it can sometimes produce unclear or false positive results that lead to additional imaging or unnecessary anxiety before it becomes clear that the heart was healthy all along. That is why many healthcare providers focus first on the person's overall health before deciding whether a stress test is actually needed. Sometimes the best approach is not more testing. Sometimes it is continuing healthy habits, following your doctor's recommendations, and choosing medical tests based on your individual health rather than routine screening alone. Number 2. Unnecessary colonoscopies at advanced ages. Colonoscopies have saved countless lives. They are an important tool for detecting and preventing colon cancer, especially when they are used at the right time and for the right person. For many people, especially during middle age and the earlier senior years, they can be extremely valuable and sometimes life-saving. But as people get older, the decision becomes more complicated. Every medical procedure has both benefits and risks. The benefit of a screening colonoscopy is preventing a disease that often develops slowly over many years and may not cause symptoms until it is already advanced. But for someone at an advanced age with previous normal results and no major risk factors, the potential benefit may become smaller. That is why healthcare decisions should always be personalized instead of automatic. Age alone should not decide everything. A healthy, active older adult with a strong family history may need a different approach than someone with serious health challenges. The question is not simply, can we perform this test? The better question is, will this test improve this person's life? Long-term prevention also comes from daily habits that support digestive and overall health. These actions support long-term health every single day and can make a real difference over time. Number 1. Repeating tests without understanding the purpose. The biggest mistake many people make is believing that every available test automatically leads to better health. But good medicine is not about doing everything possible. It is about doing what is actually helpful, necessary, and likely to make a real difference. Before agreeing to any medical test, ask your doctor a few important questions. Why do I need this test? What are we looking for? These questions can help you become an active participant in your healthcare instead of simply following every recommendation. The healthiest patients are not always the ones who take the most tests. They are often the ones who make informed decisions and understand the purpose of each test before agreeing to it. After 60, health is not about chasing perfect numbers or perfect scans. It is about waking up each morning and being able to do the things that matter most without feeling limited by unnecessary medical worry. Medical tests can be powerful tools when used correctly, but the smartest healthcare decisions come from balance, understanding, and thoughtful conversations with your doctor. So before your next checkup, remember this: More information is not always better information. The right information is what truly matters. If you found this video helpful, share it with someone who may benefit from knowing this. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more health insights designed to help you live a longer, healthier, and more independent life. Have you ever had a medical test that created more worry than answers? And let us know in the comments. Your experience could help someone else.